a super secret location deep within the mountains of Colorado, it's time to strap up, strap in, or strap on with your host, Shenanigans in One Shot. It's From the Ashes Radio!
That's hysterical. Everybody loves a good Marine Corps joke.
Right?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome to From the Ashes on About Face Media, folks. How's everybody's evening going? We got tonight, and then we got next week. Next week is the family-friendly show. Next week, gather up the kids, gather up the wife. Everybody sits down in front of the laptop or in front of the radio. And yeah, we're going to have our show. You're going to want to have the whole family here. It's our only no swearing, family-friendly show of the year. You're going to want to be here for this one. We're going to have gunny claws. So have your kids in front of the show, in front of the radio. It's going to be a good time. Tonight, we have an absolutely packed show. After we do Combat Carl, which we're going to have an argument in just a second here about who brought Carl, because neither one of us is ready for that. As he reaches for his phone. We go through so many in the week that we forget that come Monday night, we're like, oh, wow, which one are we going to talk about? What do you call it? We have that. So after Combat Carl, then we have our new friend Christine with, why is this thing making so much darn noise? Christine with Devil Doc Publishing. You're going to want to subscribe. From there, we're going to have Allie. And then from there, we're going to have Oconell West Law will be here. And then we'll close everything out with our Never Forgotten for the day. It's just going to be just a packed show. We have a strict timeline. That face says he's already got something right there.
I don't play fuck around, especially when I'm in a mood, bro.
Rob Lilly's watching. Rob, welcome to the show. Craig Stakowitz is always here. Go Bills. Yeah, go Bills. Yeah. Broncos are making their Super Bowl run, just so we're aware.
And just so you guys know this, and if you want to call bullshit, go to my Facebook for the entire season. And every week, even during that 5-game winning or losing streak, I was saying we're making a Super Bowl run. And now everybody's on the fucking bandwagon. I've been on it since week 1.
Go Broncos. It's gonna happen. WTF Moments is watching. U.S. Army WTF Moments. If you do not yet follow U.S. Army WTF Moments on all of them, on the gram, on Facebook, you have to. Go to WTF Moments. Their WTF Moments Live, their radio programs, second to none. Everything from what is it? Is it Comic Book Hero? What does he go by? I forget what he goes by. But the shows are awesome. Check out Ice. Go check out everybody at WTF Moments. Thank you for letting us fill in for the last few weeks. It was truly an honor. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Gunny Claws next week is going to be a super good time. Hey, don't forget, we are supporting. Much love, gents. Don't forget, this season, we are coming to the end of this is our last show of veteran-run businesses. Mm-hmm. You're running out of time to get things in time for Christmas. So, hey, go to our sponsors first. Go to thighhuggers.com, enter the code ABOUTFACE. You're going to get – nope, I said that wrong. I mix them up.
You guys go to Thigh Huggers.
This is why he's here.
Their number one sponsored athlete is the coupon code. 1 shot, all caps, no space. And you can get some sweet Thigh Huggers. And they even have some Christmas stuff. Check this out. If you want to be naughty. They have what you're looking for.
Our female listenership just rose by 15%.
Skyrocketed.
Meanwhile,
the wife is face palming.
The head of HR upstairs is throwing things at the computer. Put your pants on, damn it!
I think she only listens; she doesn't watch.
Oh, really? It's probably for the best. Hey, we have had Evan from 30 Seconds Out on the show. We have had Derek with Stony Knob Woodworks. Go check them out. We had Griff with my fingers are so dirty after petting your dog. Good Lord.
You getting molested by my dog?
It's best molestation I've ever had. What do you call it? Stony Knob Woodworks. Who else did I say? Griff with Combat Flip Flops. So hey, if you go to Thigh Huggers, it's not just shorts. Like they have flannels. They have jujitsu rash guards. I had no idea they had all this cool stuff until they started sponsoring the show.
A lot of stuff.
They got a lot. Really, I love the rash guards.
And here's the deal. Like I'm particular on not just like having a cool look to it. It needs to be quality. And Thigh Huggers really make quality shit.
And they've got to align with what we do here.
Yes, they
we're not just taking any slug
with us.
The
definitely make some quality shit.
The Democratic National Party will never sponsor this show.
Combat Carl will bring that up. Imagine that.
Who else? Oh yeah, 30 Seconds Out. Go check out 30 Seconds Out. All of these. Oh, and Bernardi Boards. Don't forget Bernardi Boards out of Watertown, Connecticut. All of these are veteran or veteran-owned or first responder-run businesses that need your support. You are putting food on a kid's table if you support these organizations. Cool. What you got for Carl, man?
I got a Carl. I don't think we did this one, but this is we didn't do this one yet, right?
No, we did not.
You want me to hit a home run here?
Yeah, let's go. Hey, send it out of the
after
bag.
you said something about the demon craps. I'm gonna read this one to you. Biden's Pentagon's head of education arrested for human trafficking.
What?
Why does that seem?
What?
Why is like underground rich guy human sex underage trafficking so common within a certain side? I'm not saying
Why is our government full of such scumbags?
It's full of
Why?
currently, but
Why are they such scummy people? Do you hear they're trying to cut veterans' benefits again?
Yeah.
Why is that back on the table? What?
because they're running out of money to pay for all these illegal immigrants.
Oh my God. Why? Well, and the VA is now taking the illegal immigrants. Why am I waiting 5 months for an appointment? I have an appointment Thursday, by the way. And these
you've waited 5 months
for
or 6 months?
5 months. You're exactly right. And yeah, but people jump. I'm taking the bike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm heading to Mexico.
Yes.
I'm just gonna hit the border, do a U-turn, and come back and be like, I need some health care, and see if I can get seen.
I thought you were just going to
go
go past the
El
border
Paso, VA.
and
Got anything for ortho? I jumped out of airplanes for a couple of years, and now my hips hurt.
I was going to go to Mexico and get taken care of.
But I'm gonna have to borrow your short. ¿Dónde está los pantalones? No pantalones. Is there more to that story?
I'll just read like the first paragraph. In a significant development, Stephen Francis Hovanek, a senior official in the Department of Defense Education Activity Americas Division, was apprehended in Coweta County, Georgia, on charges related to human trafficking. The DODEA, basically the DOD education fucking government ed people, oversees the elementary education of children in military families. Hovnik, age 64, faces charges of pandering as confirmed by the Daily Caller. This arrest is part of a larger sting operation that led to the arrest of 26 individuals, highlighting a concerning trend in such criminal activities.
The Pentagon just failed its audit again for like the 6th year in a row. Our money is just gone. Like our soldiers, you can't get a fucking pen. But homeboys, they're fucking sending kids all over the world. Oh my God, what is going on?
And we still don't have Epstein's list.
Well, you know why that is. Because they're all fucking on it.
They're all fucking on it.
What is going on, man? What is the deal? Why? What has happened to our nation? Hey, so
Lots.
Horrible, absolutely horrible, dude. Why are we not bringing back tarring and feathering or execution? I'm telling you, when I'm president, it's going to be awesome. When I'm president, Vice President Trump and I, what we're going to do, the very first thing we're doing is abolishing the Department of Veterans Affairs. Congratulations. You can all go get yourself a doctor and get some good health care. You don't have to fight with the VA anymore. After that year's Super Bowl will be public execution of convicted child molesters and anyone convicted of stolen valor. You'll be able to purchase the round, or what did you say?
We're auctioning
off the rounds that we use to kill the pedophiles and the stolen valor scumbags. That chick Heather, that was like stolen valor, that claimed to be a Marine, she's back in the news again. She got like another 10 years added onto her sentence.
Good.
Yeah, I agree completely.
But again, we're wasting money putting her in fucking prison. Just whack the bitch.
Seth, you're not looking worse. That's awesome. Well, thanks, Eric Reed. Our one of our favorite listeners, Eric Reed, just had a birthday. I think he turned like 32 or something like that. Happy birthday, Eric, since we missed it. I'm glad you're here tonight. Oh my God, what's going on with my nation?
I didn't realize he turned 32. He's that much older than me.
I'm
That's
kidding.
4 years older than me.
I think he's got to be like 54 or something. You've seen the guy? He looks fucking ancient.
He looks 60, but what?
Yeah. Oh God. And Doug Oconell is watching. We're gonna have Doug on in just a little while. We're gonna need to have you on in just a little while, Doug. But hey, whatever, man. Yeah. This so next week will be our last live show of 2023. We are tearing down the super secret location and we are rebuilding it from the ground up, implementing all kinds of new security measures. When we start on 2024, none of this will look like it does right now. It's going to be incredible. I'm really looking forward to it. We're bringing in all kinds of engineers, all kinds of new furniture, built out studio. It's going to be awesome.
And folks, I promise you this: going into 2024, me and Shenanigans decided we are no longer pulling punches and no longer holding back. We're going to start saying what we're really thinking because we've been holding back a little bit.
I have the best co-host in the industry. I swear to God, man. That's good shit. Yes, you're exactly right. Yes, we're no longer playing. I'm looking forward to 2024. We're gonna have a good time. We've already got guests booked through February of 2024, so it's gonna be a good season next year. I like how this build up for the Christmas season and supporting these veteran businesses has gone. What do you want to hear from us in 2024? Right now, we're highlighting nonprofits. Any resources for you? But what else should we bring on? Do you guys want to hear more about veterans' education benefits, VA home loans, whatever it is? What do you want? This is your radio show. We're just the assholes driving the microphones. We want to give you what you want. So yeah, you tell us what you're looking for. We'll make it happen. We got some good guests coming on. We got some equine therapy folks coming on. All kinds.
There's a lot of that going on. That's incredibly successful.
One of our listeners, his name is Scott, and he's here almost every Monday night. Is a huge advocate for it. He's like, hey, I got out in 2020. I was having a hard time. I did this. He's like, I can't say enough good things about it.
The first year I got out, I ran a 3-horse stable for a year.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. That kind of checks out. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. That adds up. I mean,
when I first got out, I was like waiting to buy a house and get, my stuff moved over from Hawaii. And so I was crashing at this ranch and they had 3 horses. So I just ran the stables.
Are you good at horseback riding?
Yeah, I can ride. I don't know if I'm good, but yeah, I can ride.
I haven't ridden since I was 5. So rode. I mean, my kid rides competitively, so
yeah.
Is
that shit genetics, or just because
not.
She knows you?
Close, man. I have not inherited it from her. Doug got any work for a semi-retarded former infantryman. I mean, retired. Seth's got a job. What are you talking about, man? It's got a whole small business. What are you getting at?
No, those people are not possible to be employees. Start your own business, become a leader.
Yeah. Do not hire an infantryman.
Give up on a W-4 job.
Your dog
it won't be in your wheelhouse.
Your dog will be pregnant. Don't hire an infantryman. All right, check it out. So we're on a tight timeline today. Let's close this. Let's go find Christine Walker because I know she's super excited about being on this show. Poor girl. Why would you do this to yourself?
I'm good. You guys are hilarious.
Well, welcome to From the Ashes on About Face Media, Miss Walker. It is a pleasure to have you. Thank you for taking time out of your Monday night.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Is that a clock you've got behind you?
No, that is our emblem. Double Dog Publishing.
The red thing looks like a clock hand. So from here, I know it's a caduceus, but yes, it looks. Yeah. But yes. Well, so talk to me. I mean, obviously, you couldn't find anything better to do on a Monday night, so you decided to come here, which we like that about you.
Sure, why not?
So tell us. Let's start at the beginning. Tell us about your military service.
Okay, so I was Navy. I'm old school. So I went in 90, and I went to basic, A school, hospital corpsman, My only duty station was Lejeune.
How was your Saturday night?
My Saturday night at Lejeune.
No. This past Saturday night when Navy got its ass kicked by Army in football.
I didn't watch the game.
What?
I'm not a football person, so yeah.
So you go to school and you go to be a Navy corpsman person, right?
Yep, I was a corpsman stationed at Lejeune at Blue Side. So yeah, and that was kind of my only duty station, and served. And then when I got out, I just kind of became I don't know, kind of a hippie chick, warrior, kind of just went wherever the wind blew, and went through Texas Peace Officer Academy. I worked as head of security for a pharmaceutical company. I've done everything.
Like Colorado style pharmaceutical company, or like
no,
really
like a legit actual pharmaceutical company in San Diego. So, so that was fun, and I've done everything. And I think I moved back to Texas in 2004, and I just was like, okay, now what? And I worked little odd jobs, and then around 2015, I moved to near Dallas, and I moved to a little town, and it's had a little newspaper that was kind of cool, and fell in love with publishing. And who knew? Because I never served on yearbooks or anything like that in high school, and I just ended up coming to this little town and falling in love with publishing. And then a friend of mine and I started a little publishing company doing a community rag. And then after that, it wasn't enough. So I just decided, the pandemic started. And sorry, I have a reaction every time I have to say that word. And
we do too.
So that happened, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do everything really fucking hard, and let's start my own publishing company and a veteran magazine when everything shut down. Let's do that. And that's exactly what we did. And we published our first magazine in March of 21, and we've been going ever since. So we just wrapped up our third publishing year for Addie's Veterans Magazine. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So, I mean, tell me about, it's called, for those that don't know, it's called At Ease.
Veterans Magazine. Mm-hmm.
Yep, At Ease Veterans Magazine. It's excellent. If you have not checked it out yet, this Doug or another Doug, we're cross-threading our Dougs here in our conversation. I love it. Tell us about At Ease Veterans Magazine. What is it all about?
Okay, so I wanted to create something. There's a lot of vet magazines out there, and I'm not denigrating them at all. They're good publications for what they are. I wanted something different. I wanted something where we could just take our mask off and just be as vets. And so
taking the mask off here on this show.
So that's what we did. And we have become the only, it's weird, we didn't set out to do this, but it just happened organically. But we have become the only independent, 100% veteran owned, 100% veteran written magazine, veterans magazine in the country.
I like it.
So yeah. So we're
guys' website.
Hey, Brandy's here. Hey, Brandy girl.
A little bit today. Tell us what do you put in your what type of content do we find in your magazines?
So we do everything. I mean, there isn't any subject we won't touch. There isn't, yeah. My Brandy girl.
We love Brandy Rector on this show. Folks, if you've never been to Sky Hunters or Semper Fi helicopters, you need to go check it out. One of the best veteran runs businesses on the planet. Go support Brandy Rector, Sky Hunters, and Semper Fi. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your glory right there, Christine, but we love Brandy on this show.
No, when Brandy shows up, you have to acknowledge her. It's just, she's that awesome. So yeah, so we have just basically, said screw typical woke crap, and we're just going to print what we want. And that's what we do. So we are uncensored. We are unfiltered. I don't know if y'all know Gunny Esterly. He wrote Born in a Bar. And
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he submits to us every issue. So a lot of his stories, this particular issue for winter, completely inappropriate. Yet we're like, why not? Let's do it. So that's what we do. And so we have everything. We tackle the hard shit, we tackle the funny stuff, we will military history, veteran stories. I mean, there really isn't anything off limits with us.
We love veteran publishers on this. I read the Havoc Journal daily. I read OAF Nation. We love Robert Garcia and Shift Magazine on this show. And welcome to the family. Now we're going to be the obnoxious comments in your inbox from this day forward.
Good.
So,
good.
So lots of veterans listening to this right now, and they're like, dude, I want to write an article for a magazine. How do I go about supporting veteran at Ease Magazine? How do I go support this, and how can I get my article published?
So listen, send me an email. I have yet to say no to anybody. We just finished our third publishing year.
You'd like to introduce you to Eric Reed?
So we've had 197 veteran writers and 433 articles written by vets in the last 3 years. So we're basically kicking down doors and kicking ass. That's what we do.
Did you ever get the chance to go through any of our archives and hear our show with like Eli Gardner or Addie's Jewelry? No, what was her name? The jewelry lady. It's not Addie's. What the hell's her name? Help me out here. Exit Wounds Jewelry. Exit Wounds Jewelry.
I know what you're talking about.
So check this out. This is why we love this show right here and love what you're doing and love what we're doing. So Eli Gardner writes this a whole bunch of books. They're awesome. She hears our show with Exit Wounds Jewelry. Now they write a book and the jewelry that goes with it. It's a fucking awesome compilation. So soon you're about to get a whole bunch of articles from like Oconell West Law, and you're about to get articles from just all these great organizations that we love and support are about to start supporting you.
Good.
And we're going to take over the world. It's going to be awesome.
Bring it. We've got all of 24. Our cover stories are set, and we've got a lot going on in 24 because this is the year we break through that ceiling, and we're ready. And, so bring them on, because you know what? We're never going to run out of content, ever. It's just impossible to run out of content and run out of articles. And we also want veterans to put a pen to paper, send us your article. And trust me, you don't have to be a great writer because we will make you look great. That's what we do. So
I like that.
You got some heavy lifting ahead of you.
Yeah, there's going to be some submission coming your way.
Dear Christine, I like stories. XO Eric.
No articles are allowed in current. No.
That's right.
I don't even know. I'm so old. I don't even know what that means. My brother's a Marine. And I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I don't know. That was, after our time. So we're confused.
I'll let Brandy explain it at her earliest
Okay.
convenience. She'll probably have to be chewing on something while she tells you the stories. Anthony Ryan, welcome to the show, bud. Glad to have you back. What do you call it? Yeah. So, all right. Now all these people are wanting to subscribe to this magazine. Right. How can I get a hold of Addie's Magazine? Look at that.
Is that gorgeous or what?
That is quite a cover. I love it.
Oh, and it's thick, like me. I love it.
It is very thick. This thing probably weighs about 14 ounces.
So everyone, it's Christmas time. All of the family members right now are listening to this show and they're like, I want to get this for the veteran in my life. How can I subscribe to Addie's Veterans Magazine?
So it's super simple. Go to our website. A pop-up will pop up. You just click on that pop-up. It'll take you straight to our subscribe. And you can pay annually, you can pay monthly, or you can just get a single copy and check it out. And if you like what you see and you like what you read, then subscribe. So we give 3 different options for people. to check out, and it's been great. We love it. And I also created a discount code. So anybody listening to this, if you use discount code One Shot, you will get. Now this will start in 24. We've already distributed winner, but you'll get 10% off.
What?
Subscription? Yeah.
Look at us. We're just bringing families together, man.
I like it. I like it even more when somebody goes in, uses the One Shot code, and gets me my own my subscription.
How come nobody ever uses the code Shenanigans? What's up, man? I don't get it. Whatever, man.
It's too damn long. That's why.
No argument there, and I can't even spell it correctly, so no argument there in the slightest. I get you.
But, yeah.
And our favorite listener,
in this, in our winner issue, yeah, thanks, Craig. In our winner issue, Rob, this is what we do because we're grown-ups and we're not afraid. Rob and I have exchanged ads in our magazines. We've also, oh, by the way, you said Gunning Clause. Which Gunning Clause? North Carolina Gunning Clause or New York Gunning Clause?
North Carolina Gunning Clause, no question. The only true Gunning Clause.
Okay, well, we did a story on New York Gunning Clause, and he's a great guy. But yeah, we've done some really cool articles, and Brandy is actually featured in this issue.
What? Oh, and you work with Shift?
Yep.
Robert Garcia is one of our favorite people. He sends us guests constantly. We love Robert Garcia. Yeah,
love Rob too. So he has a regular Veterans in Business feature in our magazine, which is pretty cool. So that's what we do. We work with each other and we make it happen.
I love this. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff. Geez, I don't even know where to go, man. So, hey, give that discount code one more time, just so the listeners have it, because they've got the link up.
Okay, so it's the discount code is One Shot, all caps. That's it. And go subscribe. You can do annual pay, monthly pay. It doesn't matter. It's all the same to us. So, and there's opportunity to advertise.
That was going to be my next question.
Yes.
Hey, Eli Gardner, our favorite author, wants to advertise her new book in your magazine. How can she go ahead and reach out to you? How can she make that? How can Oconell West Law advertise in Ad A's magazine?
Well, I actually have a special going on for veteran-owned businesses only, and you will never, ever, ever get this price again. We are offering a full page, full color ad for $475 if you commit to 4 consecutive issues. So it's $475 a quarter, and then every quarter you pay your $475, you get a full page ad, and you get noticed by thousands of veterans.
This is the best, man. This is why we do what we do. We love supporting veteran-owned businesses. You're doing good stuff. You're doing God's work. And when I'm president, I'm going to remember this, Christine.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we could, why don't you tell your VP Trump? I heard that. Why don't you tell him,
No, he's going to be my VP. He's going to be, he's going to be my vice president. I'm going to allow it. So, and I'll pardon him as soon as he get elected. It's not a big deal. So good things are going to come from it. Doug is on the side texting me all the info. So yeah, we will connect you two, and we'll get good things to happen.
Yeah, please do. We're very open, and if you want to get a hold of me, Christine at Devil Doc, not dog, Doc, publishing.com.
Well, Devil Dogs are just delicious frosty cakes, and it's completely different than what you're doing. But we love them too, so let's not confuse them. I'm trying to see if the Patriot Press is. I love this. You're about to get a whole bunch of advertising with you too. One of our listeners, Anthony Ryan, runs Patriots hockey, and veterans that want to go play hockey and learn how to play hockey.
Very cool. I should connect him with one of our new staff writers. So one of our new staff writers is Guy Bensing, and we actually just started a new feature in our magazine called Battlefield to the Playing Field. And he talks in his first issue about how hockey saved his life.
Anthony Ryan will be reaching out to you immediately following this show. And yes, I cannot. Let's be upfront and honest. I put him in the Army when I was a recruiter. He's a great kid. I love him to pieces, and he does great stuff for our nation's veterans. You're going to love him.
Yeah. So we're totally open and bring it. It's like Brandy's been so amazing the last few years. She's really been a supporter of us, and we have her ad in the magazine, and I don't know, you guys, it's just we're connected and we're family, and let's bring it.
Christine, I want to be as respectful as your time as possible. I know you took time out of your Monday night to be a part of this. My hetero life mate over here on my left is going to give you the instructions for the last few minutes of your time with us.
Sure.
Just to make sure we didn't forget something super important you had on your little list right there to talk about. We'll give you about 2 minutes to cover whatever we missed. Make sure your contacts are revisited in there so that if somebody missed that, they can write it down now. And the floor is yours.
Sure. Well, I'm just grateful to be here and just share with your audience about Addie's Veterans Magazine. It's something really special. And the second you pick up a copy, I promise you're going to be like, what the hell is this? It's amazing. And it's not me. I'm just the big cog behind the wheel. It's my writers. We have phenomenal staff writers, amazing feature writers. And we welcome everyone because we believe that every veteran has a story to tell and everybody has something to share and has value. So bring it.
I love it. Well, thank you for taking your time and spending it with us and sharing about your magazine. We enjoyed you being here. It's great.
Had a blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to our newest best friend in the whole wide world, Christine Walker, the publisher, Devil Doc Publishing, of Addie's Veterans Magazine. Who knew? She's homies with Robert Garcia, one of our other favorite people. We had no idea when we booked the interview. It's just nothing but good stuff. Folks, go subscribe. Get this magazine for your favorite veteran and your family. This is the kind of thing we like to support around here. Nothing but good things coming from it. Christine, thank you so much for being a part of From the Ashes on About Face Media. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you. We'll
Have
talk
a great
soon.
rest of your Monday night. Bye.
All right, you too. Bye.
That's good stuff right there.
I don't know what article I'm going to write, but I got to write an article so I can be a published writer.
Why do infantrymen have the largest penises in the military?
I'm glad that you already knew that.
In an informal survey conducted only at our house. Allie, are you ready? I see you in the green room there. Are you ready to pick up this ball? She's like walking around the house in her underwear, not ready.
Yeah, no, I'm totally ready. Even if I was in my underwear, we're doing this. So
we'll never know.
Your viewers get a treat. Yeah, my hair's not ready though. This is I went to the Army Navy game this weekend.
I saw that.
Just say how amazing it was. It was a bucket list, lifelong dream item of mine, and it happened last minute because I was doing a watch party and we had food and all this stuff. And then a friend was like, dude, my wife is the director of the hotel that's hosting Army, and her son, a cadet, had to have emergency surgery, and so she had to extend the stay, so she couldn't go. And she goes, you guys have been so good to me. Do you want the tickets? And his wife is like, duh. So he got 4 tickets. And he's like, my wife knows nothing of football. So he took his bestie and he's like, you're the first person I thought of. Do you and your fiance want to go? And I'm like, that's a stupid question. So I went and we tailgated from 8 in the morning until oh my God. And then right after that, I had 2 Christmas parties, one with my riding club, Stilettos on Steel, and then the other one for my man over there, his Christmas party. So my hair is literally left over from the party. I got home, we went to an Irish pub afterwards, and I'm not Irish. I don't have one Irish iota bloodline in me, but I was up there and I was clapping along and I was learning all about County Cork and Galway Bay and all that shit, and I had a blast. Let me tell you, by the time I got home, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go to work in 3 hours. So my hair is totally left over from the weekend, and I don't care.
You're still on the party from last night and you're on our show tonight.
Yeah. Listen, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go take a bath. I'm gonna like deep condition my hair. I'll put some bubbles, and I'm like, oh no, it's Monday. So I'm like,
Whoa, those things. You're able to broadcast from the bathroom. We're
I
down.
almost did. Like, I almost did. If I could have like guaranteed that y'all wouldn't see a nip slip, I almost was gonna broadcast from the tub.
We're gonna broadcast from like a hot tub one night.
Hell yeah! I'm in. All right.
I really got to ask you a serious question.
Yeah.
I heard this rumor, and you just said your friend works through the hotel where they're hosted the Army, right?
Yeah.
I heard the Army guys and the Navy guys got together and threw all the fucking tea.
They threw the tea yeah, they did. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Are you for real?
They did. Yeah, they did.
Dude, our comments are all of a sudden blowing up about nip slips.
Nip
That's
slip.
awesome. Well, our audience has a one-track mind, and that's
I know. I think that's the only reason you guys bring me on the show. Nobody listens to what I say. You're just wanting to see a nipple every now and then.
I don't have an argument. You got me.
So I want to talk about the TikTok universe, and there's a video that's going around that's blown up, and it is by a well-respected member of the MilTalk community. I am a fan of this guy, but I gotta say, I'm thinking about reaching out and telling him to shut up, because what he's doing, and I think it's like for clout and clicks and stuff. He's
Angry Cop.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Angry Cop.
Yeah, I do too. But his video was wrong, and he's making a lot of people panic unnecessarily. The Office of Congressional Budget, okay? They're a bipartisan group, and their whole reason for existence is to throw out ideas on how the United States government can cut its spending. Okay, so it's a big think tank. One dumb guy proposed that we cut benefits to veterans who make $125,000 a year or more, and we cut individual unemployability to veterans who are of retirement age, because individual unemployability is for veterans who can no longer work because their disabilities are so severe they can no longer hold full-time employment. So this one dude proposed, you make $125,000, you get your benefits cut, and if you are retired from the civilian sector, you no longer need individual unemployability because you're never going back to work anyway because you are of retirement age. That didn't pass, right? There isn't one, well, there might be. I never say never because we got some stupid people out in DC right now, but it's not going to pass. Secretary McDonough, Secretary of the VA say that was a stupid idea. That was the guy doing his job. Congratulations, you did your job. It should have never been mentioned. Like, there are some things in this universe that are still sacred, and fucking veterans benefits are one of them, right? Leave our benefits alone.
I agree with you, but this is now in 2 years the second time that you and I have had this conversation.
Right.
So it keeps coming up.
Right.
Are we about to nip slip?
I'm about to nip slip. I'm so hot right now.
It keeps coming up is the problem. And so the reason, do you remember when your commander would get up in front of you on Friday and be like, I know you're all hearing rumors that we're going to invade Uruguay or some fucking country. Yeah. And you're like, and he's like, let's put those rumors to bed. We're not and then 3 months later, you're in fucking Uruguay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
I don't think
Allie, it's gonna come to fruition.
Yeah, I don't think it will happen because I just cannot see one politician voting that this is a good idea. Like, you go down to the South, right, where it's a huge, huge military community, right? I mean, look what color states they are, right? So they don't really value education. They all just kind of follow the crowd. I don't see those politicians voting, yeah, let's cut veterans benefits. I can't see it. But as it stands today, it's not going to happen.
Here in Colorado, we just recently had something called Prop HH, and they called it a bill that it was supposed to cut our property taxes. But it was bullshit. It was poorly named. The voters overwhelmingly crushed this. Overwhelmingly. The legislature went in the day after the vote and passed it anyway.
Oof.
Exactly.
Yeah, but look what color
So
our state is.
fuck politicians, Allie. They're gonna.
I know, and this is probably like this is like my Pollyanna side, right? This is me like, oh no, guys, people are doing the right thing. Like I'm just as cynical as you guys, but I am like, as a veteran, as you know, the ex-wife of a veteran whose son will benefit from the education benefits, as a veteran service officer, I'm really hoping, and I just don't realistically see this happening. Could it happen? Absolutely. I've been wrong once or twice. I just can't fathom anybody sitting in that room and saying, let's cut our veterans benefits. Because truth be told, I mean, if you serve more than a day, the VA, the government doesn't really do a good job in taking care of veterans post-service, right? Like there are tons of programs, but you can't find good people to work these programs. So it's not like the VA, it's the individuals that suck.
I love when you talk.
You would think I'm Italian, but I'm not. I have zero Italian. But so as of right now, just please don't panic. You know, maybe start putting some money aside, you know, $100 a week or $100 a month. But I in my heart of hearts, I do not see this passing. There wouldn't be. How much money are we sending overseas in aid? You know, so it was just. I think it would be like mutiny. It would be a riot in this country if our benefits were cut.
Here's my thing, Allie. How many other things right now are happening in our country that we would have said 5 years ago, even that we would be in the fucking streets rioting over, and we're not.
Right. I mean, we did for a little bit. We did for a little bit.
Allie, I love you, and I get you. I get where you're coming from. I understand you're preaching caution. I get it. I am of a different approach. My approach is, hey, folks, call your legislatures. It's time. You may not have an interest in politics. Politics has a big interest in you.
Right, absolutely. Call them. I am of the mindset where these people who we voted in, they work for us. Okay, they are supposed to speak on our behalf as a collective. Okay, call them. They work for you, dude. You voted them in. Even if you didn't vote and the other guy won, that guy still works for you. That girl still works for you. Call them. Put them to work. They good, you know, Lord knows they make a shit ton of money. They can afford to take a fucking phone call and be like, oh, you don't want me to cut veterans benefits or you don't want me to pass this? Fine. But I think people are just so disgusted with politics and they see in working for a city, working for government, and I see local politics happening and it's right, like you just wash your hands of it. Like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. But I think our country is the way it is now because the middle class said, fuck it, I'm done. Whatever happens, happens. And now look it, we're all miserable, right? We can't afford our homes. We can't afford to feed our kids. Nobody's donating anything. There's no, like, nonprofits are struggling. Mortgage rates are through the damn roof. Like, it's just, I think if we don't do anything, we don't get our hands dirty, then we don't have a right to complain. Like the silent majority is stupid because we are the majority. Use your voice. And it may feel like it's frustrating, like you're preaching to like a brick wall, but people listen, right? Like it starts 1 and then 2 and then 4 and then 8 and then eventually we have enough people and with enough emails and phone calls to our elected officials. But you can't just stay quiet.
I get calls all the time. I got a text message today from a veteran who's thinking about running for elected office. And I encourage you to do that, folks. Allie, as you're aware, next week is Gunny Claus, and that is our last show of 2023. I hope you can be here in your Christmas best for Gunny Claus. It's going to be our only family-friendly, non-swearing show. I have to say this to you.
Fine.
I would definitely wear your naughty shorts.
Okay.
It will be our only family-friendly show. So yeah, bring the family on and do your thing. But yes, it will be our only rated G show of the year. So yeah, thanks for being a part of us tonight. So we really appreciate it, Al.
Of course. I'm gonna go take a bath because I am tired.
I bet you sleep pretty good tonight.
I'm asleep so well tonight.
Good night. Bye, Al.
appreciate you guys. I will see you next week for the last show of the year. Thanks for doing. I appreciate you guys.
Bye, Allie.
Bye.
Doug, you ready, bud? You ready for this?
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Oh, look at that background.
That motherfucker is jolly right there.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Perfectly. Like
Yeah, very
voice
Okay,
of an
good. I gotta admit, I ended up at home tonight for this call-in without a laptop. And so I'm coming to you live from my phone. And not ideal, but we'll make it work.
Oh, we do that shit all the time, dude. You're good. No big deal.
Well, speaking of doing that shit and all the F-bombs Allie was just dropping, I haven't been on in a while, but you used to give me grief and tell me I couldn't cuss.
I did?
Yes.
That was maybe back in the FM days.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when we broadcast on FM as well. We don't do that shit no more.
Okay.
You can say fuck all you want, Doug. As a matter of fact, I encourage you to say it.
So we're weapons free, apparently.
We are definitely free and clear. So welcome to the house. It's good to have you back. How have you been? What's been going on?
I'm exhausted, and it's been a long but good year. So we did 4 major jury trials over the course of the year. The last one was just a couple weeks ago. It was a court-martial trial at Fort Hood. Mixed result. Our client was looking at prison, looking at dismissal from the Army, looking at a steep fine. And in the end, he was convicted of simple misdemeanor, and punishment was a reprimand. So no prison, no fine, no dismissal. I don't think he should have been convicted of anything, but we got to call that a win.
I call that a win.
You've been busy. I love the pictures I've seen of you in court doing your thing, man. You've been killing it.
Thanks. Hey, so I gotta, bring this up because you've been leaving me out to hang. When are we doing live from Oconell West in Austin, Texas?
I'll be honest, Doug. I think if I remember correctly, we were shooting for March of this year.
Yeah, and then I've been nagging y'all ever since.
Yeah, I know. Well, in February, the month before we had that plan, I shattered my entire leg and couldn't walk for like 4 months, and I'm still rehabbing it a little bit. So
his dog ran into his leg today, and I thought the man was going to cry. I know the dog was going to cry.
So I'll take the responsibility on that one.
All right, so let's figure it out for 2024.
Easy.
I like it.
Easy peasy, man. What else is going on? We'll get this done. What else is going on in the world of veterans and law these days? You guys have been expanding, all kinds of new lawyers.
Yeah. I don't think you've met Andrew Roundtree yet.
No, sir.
He's a longtime prosecutor, board certified in criminal law, Army Reserve JAG officer. He's joined our team, and he's absolutely crushing it. We're looking for another lawyer in San Antonio to work with Trin. You remember her. She's down there in San Antonio. So we're looking for another criminal law type attorney who also can handle military cases down in San Antonio, because there's a lot of folks that need help down there. And so we want to be able to provide that service, and we need a local criminal guy down there, guy or gal. But let me also tell you about a call I got today.
Send it.
And there's a lesson here for veterans and spouses. Military service member dies in combat in 2010. And I hope Allie is still on the line, but if not, I can back brief her. Combat death, 2010. SGLI goes to the service member's parents as designed, and the death gratuity is supposed to go to the service member's child, minor child. He was divorced. He wanted the death gratuity of $100,000 to go to his child. DFAS would not issue the check without the ex-wife establishing a guardianship, which makes sense, right? You don't want to hand $100,000 to a 8-year-old or a 6-year-old. Anyhow, so ex-wife fails to establish the guardianship, and this summer, when the child turns 18, the ex-wife contacts DFAS and says, "Hey, my child is ready for the $100,000, and would you like to mail it to me or wire it, or I'll take cash," or words to that effect. And DFAS being DFAS and the government being the government had engineered a way to prevent that now 18-year-old from getting paid. There's a law in the books, and I'll keep it really simple, called the Barring Act. And basically it says if you have a claim against the government or the government owes you money and you don't act on it within 6 years, that claim or that action is barred. And so the government now is telling this 18-year-old that even though your father, who died in combat, wanted you to have this death gratuity, we can't give it to you. It's against the law for us to give it to you. And so we're going to figure out a way to fight for this dependent a fallen service member. We don't know exactly the road ahead, but the lesson here is it would have been a lot easier and a lot less expensive to have the guardianship established. And so, if DFAS is ever telling you something and you have a question about whether it's the right thing to do in the long run or the short run, you can always call our office and we'll give you some advice. And if we can't sort it out, we'll send you to somebody we know and respect and trust to sort it out for you. And if you're ever looking to get a hold of us, our phone number in Austin, Texas, where our headquarters is 512-547-7265.
Say it again, Doug.
512-547-7265.
People listen to the show and the people will really appreciate. And I know a lot of our listeners have reached out to you and gotten advice and spoken to the staff and gotten nothing but good stuff. So thank you for that, Doug. We really appreciate you doing what you do.
Of course. Hey, and as a personal request, if you're a listener and you're tuning in from Texas, anywhere in Texas, would you sound off in the comments so I can get a feel for how many folks regularly listen to the show from Texas? And if it's enough, we might be able to provide some Texas-centric legal advice from time to time.
I already got, they're popping up
The
hot already.
Comments since you've been on have been nonstop stuff from people from Texas talking about Texas and veteran services and so forth and so on. So
good deal.
I think you got a lot.
I assure you, our listeners would appreciate that Texas style. And more importantly, most of our listeners want to know, and by most of our listeners, I mean just me. When are you running for governor?
I'm not running for governor.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to retire, honestly.
What?
I need an exit strategy.
You're in your prime. Why would you retire?
I'm not going to be one of these guys that I'm going to try not to be one of these guys that dies at my desk in my fighting position.
Doug, you look like you're 28 or 29. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Thank you.
Way to
you
work,
guys.
dude. Good job.
Rob, you bailed out on the fly fishing trip. We expect to see both of y'all next year.
Oh, well, we're gonna make it. We're only coming. It's not to see you. We're only coming down there to ride motorcycles with Trin.
No, fly fishing, veterans fly fishing in New Mexico.
Yeah, I know. We're not interested in seeing you, dude. We're interested in seeing Trin. She's the cool
All right.
one in the group.
I don't know the trend's going to be there, but I can try to make that happen.
Look, so Nathan Hucker, this is such BS. That child doesn't even know he has money coming from his dad's death. He is a minor. How would he know what to do? So, yeah, dude, you have one of the more popular segments on our show. You're firing up our audience right now.
Oh, I don't know about that. I can't compete with Allie's nip slip, and
True.
you know, she's the rock star of this show.
I would not recommend you try a nip slip. That probably wouldn't go over the way we want it to.
Oh, I was getting worried.
Yeah, exactly. Doug, what else you got for us? Hey, are we going to have one of you guys for next week for the last show of 2023?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We are all smoked. Tomorrow is the firm Christmas party or holiday party. We're probably gonna be hungover for a week, and then
Tell
we're shutting
everybody
it down. But you can always, if there's a veteran out there or a military service member or a spouse who needs help, you can always call, and we will rally to help.
Appreciate it, Doug.
Love it, dude. Absolutely love it. And thank you very much for the support. We sincerely appreciate it. Congratulations on 2023, man. It was great to watch you guys working so hard for just basically the whole state of Texas. We love it. So thank you, Doug. We really appreciate it.
Great to see you guys.
You as well. Have a great rest of your Monday night, bud.
We'll see you in
All
2020.
right.
Bye. Love it, dude. Love it. And I love our audience. As soon as you ask that question, like 37 messages were popping up from all over fucking Texas. I love it. One of those listeners is my buddy Jimmy Davis, and we joined the Army about the same time or whatnot. I don't know anyone more proud of being from Texas than Jimmy. Even Phil. I mean, Jimmy Davis is a proud Texan, and his Christmas present for me one year was a T-shirt that says "I wasn't born in Texas, but I got there as quick as I could." Dude's awesome. I love him. So yeah. All right, so we're going out of time here. So let me get to Never Forgotten. You got anything else before we get to Never Forgotten?
Well, we still got to do our safety brief.
We do. You're right.
Yeah, first or after?
No, let's safety brief first.
Okay.
You got to go first this week because I went first last week. So what do you got? You got anything good?
I was thinking about something because last week I said, tires for your car.
Mm-hmm.
I got done and I was like, you know what? For some of us in some states, it's a little bit more than just tires for your car. I was thinking about that, and these are things that when you're a 16-year-old kid, your dad tells you, your mom tells you, or you're an 18-year-old private Carl and your buck sergeant tells you, but have some items in your car in case of emergency. Have a blanket, have an extra hat, gloves, maybe a tow strap, not just for you, but to either tow somebody, or if somebody happens to drive by in a truck and you're in a little car and they're like, oh man, I totally pull you out, but I don't got a strap. Have a tow strap.
That's a good one. I like it a lot.
Yep. Have some items in there.
We on this show are dog lovers, well, animal lovers. And so last night we were out taking our guard dogs for a walk, and one of them decided to go chase a rabbit. Well, that rabbit ran across, I know, right? Ran across a frozen pond that is in my neighborhood just south of here. Keep an eye on your pets. That ice is not as thick as you think it is. Do not keep an eye on your kids. Keep an eye on your pets. That ice is not as thick as you think it is. Do not go out there and expect nothing bad to happen. I don't know why. I know why you guys broadcast in the super secret location, because it's illegal for how dead sexy you both are. Damn, somebody's looking for some free swag. Good Lord, man. And hey, if you didn't know, Patriot Cigars last week sent us a whole bunch of shit. So hey, go check out Patriot Cigars. We love them, folks. And you're not wrong, Nicholas Bernie. You're not wrong in any sense of the word. So thank you for the support, Hatchet. All right, so here we go. So anything else?
No, I'm good. It's your time to shine.
Hey, folks. So we always try to end the show with what's called Never Forgotten. These are folks, service members, first responders that have given their life in service to keep you and I safe. SEAL chief killed in Iraq, Navy says. A Virginia-based SEAL who received 2 Bronze Stars with V device was killed Tuesday in Iraq, according to a Navy release. Chief Special Warfare Operator Mark Thomas Carter, 27, of Fallbrook, California, was killed in enemy action somewhere in Iraq. Carter was with the Tactical Development and Evaluation Squadron 2, based in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Carter joined the Navy in 1988, according to Navy records, and graduated from SEAL School, then on to Team 7. In 2004, was assigned to Naval Special Warfare Development Group at Dam Neck, ultra secret unit that joins. Yeah, we all know that. Received his current assignment July 2006. I'm honored to serve with and lead men and women like Chief Mark Carter, who is an outstanding SEAL and teammate and a great American. Carter's commanding officer, who was not named, said in a statement. Hey, folks, so when you lay your heads down on your pillow tonight, and when you put your hands together and drop to your knees and say all your prayers and things like that, remember Navy Chief Special Warfare Operator Mark T. Carter. More importantly, remember his family, and who are now, as of tonight, without Navy Chief Special Warfare Operator Mark Carter. Ladies and gentlemen, can't thank you enough for listening to From the Ashes on About Face Media. Next week, we have Gunny Claus, the only and the original Gunny Claus. Can't wait for it. It will be our only family-friendly show of the year. Grab the kids, grab the family, grab the wife and the girlfriend, probably not in the same room together. Bring them in front of the radio, and everybody, we're going to celebrate the Christmas spirit. It'll be our last show of 2023, and nothing will look like this in 2024. It's going to be awesome, and can't wait to have you guys next week. Dude, thanks for a great show tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Good to see you, bud. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your night, and yeah, we're out of here. Bye.